I'm going to discuss some tips and tricks to keep in mind while you are writing your bullet points for your resume. My first tip is to keep your information to one line if possible. As you can see with the two examples on my screen here, the first one fits on the first line, the second one goes onto 3 lines. I would highly recommend that you get your information onto one line if possible. However, there will be some instances where 2 lines are acceptable. I would not recommend 3 lines, especially with the third line only being taken up by 3 words. So just be careful of how long your bullet points are and try to make them as concise as possible. As you will notice, there is also no punctuation in any of the examples here. That is because they are not full sentences, so punctuation is not needed. I also recommend to start with an action verb. So as you can see, performed, tested, qualified, submitted. Those are all action verbs, and you should begin your bullet points with one of them. Also, keep in mind, if you are able to put any quantities or numbers in your bullet points, for this instance, 84%, try to include those as much as possible. And then your tenses of your verbs should match if you are still at the company or not. Present tense for a company you are still with, or past tense for a job that has concluded. Then also be aware of your space utilization. So what I mean by this is using the space on your page as much as possible. So for this example here, if I cannot fit it onto one line, I would suggest to this student to use all of the second line for information or keywords that might be pertinent to the job.